Key industry stakeholders and the government hit the reset button on the financial services sector in the wake of sweeping global regulatory changes. The three-day International Business and Finance Summit wrapped up today following a meeting of the minds on how to transform the jurisdiction's business model, leverage the Bahamas' strengths, and mitigate against constant threats faced by the country's second-largest industry. The newest addition to our ZNS News team, Tashina Robinson-Blair, reports.
The days of money that should not be here are long gone, says Minister of Trade, Immigration and Financial Services, the Honorable Brent Simonet. He indicated that the Bahamas is working towards a very clean book of business. For the protection of international investors and business partners, Mr. Simonet said the jurisdiction's obligation is to remain abreast and compliant with global financial initiatives.
So all of this, the aim is to stop, this initiative is to stop tax planning strategies used by multinational companies to exploit gaps and mismatches in tax rules, which will artificially shift profits to low or no tax locations where they have little or no economic activity.
The House of Assembly has debated the Proceeds of Crime Bill and the Financial Transaction Reporting Bill. The legislative push is all part and parcel of the government's aim to send a loud and clear message to international counterparts that the Bahamas is serious in its commitment to adhere to international tax compliance and cooperation standards.
The government is also planning to bring transparency to the process involved with the approval of foreign direct investment by codifying the practice in the Foreign Investment Bill. We are also creating and amending legislation and enforcement actions to thwart illegal and illicit activity and strengthening human capital resources to adopt technological advances.
Chairman of the Bahamas Financial Services Board, Antoinette Russell, points out that practitioners and regulators alike must move away from describing the financial sector as offshore. She says the reality is the Bahamas business model is far better described as international, as it provides a variety of financial services to a geographically diverse clientele.
Offshore has an adverse connotation, which the Bahamas has undoubtedly moved beyond.
The summit brings together local and global thought leaders from Singapore, the United Kingdom, the United States, and Canada to assess the industry's current state and to exchange ideas on how to move the sector forward. CEO and Executive Director of the Financial Services Board, Tanya McCartney, explains.
We've been under tremendous pressure over the past few years, and at this juncture, our theme is hitting the reset button because the Bahamas has spent a tremendous amount of time responding to global regulatory changes, responding to pressures from international bodies. And we want to talk about how we chart our own course in a compliant environment where we're adhering to international standards of best practice.
Ideas and strategies brought to the table at this summit are expected to find their way into policy decisions and business strategies. For ZNS News Network, I'm Tashina Robinson-Blair.